In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Black Panther. Hello and welcome to Movie Fan in Japan. If you're unfamiliar on how this channel works, it's usually a 4-part review, but lately I've been doing a 2-part review because I'm not going out to the movies. So the way this 2-part review works is 1, I will tell you my thoughts before the movie, and 2, tell you my thoughts after the movie. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be reviewing Black Panther. Overall, this is a good movie. I think the fact that it kind of goes back to the MCU formula of an origin story, kind of, even though this is not his origin story. It's more of, you get introduced to the character even more so, because he made an appearance in Civil War. So you get an introduction to the character. He fights a mirror image of himself, and the mirror image of himself dies. It follows that formula. The main difference is that you actually you understand the villain's perspective in this one. That's what made it so much better. Yeah, the CGI, I remember, was a little bit wonky towards the end, in the big Black Panther versus Black Panther fight. But yeah, it was still a good movie overall, and I still enjoyed this movie, and I can't wait to see it again. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch this movie. So I finished watching Black Panther, and like you said, it went through the whole motions of an origin story. But the major difference was the villain and the story itself, which is a big part of the story, It's a big part of everything, the plot and everything. I would say Killmonger was a great villain, not only because of how he was written, but because of the acting. Yeah, it was really good acting, and by everyone. I didn't think that anybody had oh wow, that's horrible acting or anything. But then again, I suck at judging that anyways. But Michael B. Jordan, he did a really great job as Killmonger. You actually felt the emotions. You actually started sympathizing with Killmonger because of what he went through, how he felt. He wanted revenge, but he also wanted to have nobody feel that pain that he felt. So that's why I feel that he was such a compelling villain. If it wasn't for him, then T'Challa, he wouldn't have grown that much, to be honest, in this story. Yeah, he wanted revenge, he wanted to keep his country safe, and he understands why, you understand why he wants to keep his country safe. But at the same time, if it wasn't for Killmonger, he wouldn't have found how much the world actually needs him. Not just because he's the Black Panther, but because of the technology they possess, about how they can help other people who are less fortunate. And so that's what made this story so great. And the villain so good, because even though his intentions were good, the idea behind what he was doing was wrong. And T'Challa understood that, and he grew from that. That's why I enjoyed this story. Also, the music was really good, and I'm not just talking about just the music that you could hear on the radio. No, it's also the soundtrack, the background music, the music with the strings, orchestra and everything. That was really good too. And this story was not just another story. It's oh, a hero falls down, he has to get back up. It was about also a king and how he has to focus his power and focus on not only doing right with his country, but right with the world. So I think that's what made this story so great. And one thing that was quickly glossed over is how smart T'Challa is, but he's definitely overshadowed by his sister. So it's kind of interesting. And so you do have a balance. You do see that T'Challa, because he built that first Black Panther suit. And that is not an easy thing to do, I would guess. You have to be kind of smart to do that. But his sister is just way smarter. We all knew that. And so, yeah, Shuri was really great. in this movie. All the acting was great. The story was great, even though it followed the Marvel origin story formula. The music was great. Everything about this movie was great. The only part that was disappointing was sometimes the visuals. They could have been done better. They could have been done better because we see it in other movies that came before it. Thor Ragnarok, for example, did a great job with visuals. Was the first movie with Black Panther, Civil War, did a great movie, great visuals. Of course, here and there were a bit wonky, but still, it was still great visuals, and so I kind of expected more from Black Panther. But, it was a great movie. Nobody expected to do as well as it did, but it did phenomenal in the box office. And yeah, I think this movie was inspiring for people as well. And I think that's what makes this a great movie to watch. And so, should you rewatch this movie? I believe so. So, yeah. I have a new sign off now because of Thor Ragnarok. The sun's getting real low. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.